All right, guys, we are going to do this foldable right here. So go ahead and get it out and then cut out all around the border to where all you have is the rectangular, all the excess is gone. And then I'll show you from there how to fold it and cut it a little bit more. All right, so after you have cut off the excess, you should get something like this. Now notice that these lines are dotted right here and here. What you want to do, I'm going to turn it over, is you want to fold along those dotted lines like that, and then the same thing up here, and like that, okay? And then you want to cut, you want to open the flap a little bit and cut along this line here, and then on the other side, you want to open the flap and cut along this side right there. So after you've folded and cut everything, you should have it looks like this, to where each one of these has a flap that you can open up. All right, guys, now if you open up the corresponding angles flap, under it, you will see right here what's on the right. Okay, so first to define corresponding angles now, all right, guys, let's back up a little bit. So we're going to do, we're going to fill out half of this foldable today, and then we're going to fill out the other half tomorrow. Okay, so as of right now, we're only going to be filling out the top part of each one of these, and then we'll come back and we'll do the examples tomorrow. All right, so to define corresponding angles have corresponding positions, hence corresponding angles. So corresponding positions relative to the parallel lines. Okay, so guys, notice this arrow and this arrow. That means that this line here, we'll call it T, and this line L, that means that these two lines are parallel. Okay, so if I go and I don't know, I'm just going to label each of these labels. So let's let this be angle 1, angle 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so if I have two parallel lines and then one transversal, I would call this a transversal. Transversal is just a line that cuts two other lines. It would create 4 different angles as I have labeled them here. Okay, so what I mean by corresponding angles, they're angles in the corresponding position. So notice I have a cluster of 4 angles here and another cluster of 4 angles here. So I want to see, one of these and one of these, which are in corresponding positions. So if I look at angle 1 right here, okay, angle 1's kind of the top left in this intersection, and then angle 5 would be that top left. So I can say that angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. Okay, likewise, now let's look at the, top right. So this would be top right and this would be top right. So I can say that angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angles. And you may want to write this down, guys. Angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. Angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angles. Okay, there's 2 more pairs. Okay, if I look at this down here, maybe I want the bottom left, and maybe I want the bottom left. Okay, so that would be 3 and 7 are corresponding angles. Okay, and then last but not least, bottom right and bottom right. So I could say angle 4 and angle 8 are corresponding angles. So corresponding angles have the same relative position or corresponding positions. All right, guys, let's open up the alternate exterior tabs now. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is you have these 2 lines that are parallel. So in green, this would be the interior of the parallel lines. So this would be interior. And then if I wanted to do exterior, this would be exterior or outside of the parallel line. So this is exterior. And then this is also exterior. Okay. That's also exterior. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing I did before. You can say 1, 2, 3. I'm just labeling the angles. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So when I talk about alternate exterior, okay, so alternate means one thing, exterior means another. So alternate means it's the opposite side of the transversal. Okay, so one's on the left, one's on the right. And exterior means in the blue highlighted area, right? It's outside of the parallel lines. So I want two angles that are both opposite sides of the transversal, and they're on the exterior of the two parallel lines. So if I look here, notice angle 1, oops guys, sorry, 5 and 6 should be here. 5, 6, 7, 8's down here. Angle 1 is on the left of the transversal. Angle 8 is on the right of the transversal, and both are in the exterior. Okay, so I can say angle 1 and angle 8 are alternate exterior angles. Okay, and there's one more pair. Can you guess what other pair there is? Angle 2 and angle 7 would also be a pair. Okay, and the reason they're a pair is because they're on opposite sides of the transversal and they're in the exterior portion of the parallel lines. They're outside of the parallel lines. All right, so alternate interior angles, guys. Once again, alternate means opposite sides of the transversal. And once again, this here, this line is the transversal. Okay, and then interior means it's going to be inside the two parallel lines. Okay, so interior means inside the two parallel lines, and I'm just going to put in the green highlight. Now, if you didn't highlight your interior green, that's going to make no sense with you come time for a test. All right, I'm going to label the angles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so here's my angles. So I want a set of angles that are on opposite sides of the transversal, that's what alternate means, and on the inside. Okay, well, if 4 is here, it's on the inside. We want the inside that's opposite side of the transversal, which would be angle 5. So angle 4 and angle 5 are alternate interior angles. Okay, there's one more pair. I want you to try to figure out which one it is. All right, so 3 and 6 are also alternate interior angles. All right, so guys, this is the last one. Now I want you to know that consecutive interior angles a lot of times is said to be same side interior angles. Okay, these are the same thing, just different books call them different things. So consecutive and interior. So once again, we're interior, so we're on the inside here. Okay, we're in the green highlighted area. That's what interior means. And consecutive means we're on the same side of the transversal. Same side of transversal. Okay, and once again, don't forget this here is the transversal. Okay, I'm going to label my angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. So consecutive interior angles are interior angles or between the two parallel lines. Oh my gosh, interior. There we go. Interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Okay, so I'm going to label one pair. So 4 is on the interior and the other one on the interior on the same side of the transversal would be 6. So I can say angle 4 and angle 6 are consecutive interior angles. Okay, what would be the other pair? Okay, angle 3 and angle 5 are also consecutive interior. All right, guys, that's all of this foldable we're going to cover today. Now, don't paste it into your interactive student notebook yet, because like I said, we'll fill out the example one for each of them tomorrow. So just hang tight to it, but this will be a good tool to use when you do your homework on Big Ideas Math.